Momentum 947 Cycle Challenge is our race.
So I'm here at Cycle Lab Megastore in Fourways, sitting with Andrew McLean. You are one of the ideal people to chat about what's going to be a massive, exciting day on the 15th of November. Let's quickly chat about people coming to the race to park their cars, for example.
One of the best ways to get there is actually to take the Rivonia Road off-ramp, which links into Witkoppen. Then it's right into Main and left into Zinnia. There'll obviously be signage, and that'll get you straight into the venue. My advice for the more experienced cyclist, it's about a 4.5 kilometer ride from Fourways, and there's lots of parking in Fourways. Monte Casino, down at Pine Slopes, Cycle Lab, and then it's got a fantastic cycle lane. You need a nice warm-up. 4Ks is great, it's not too hilly, in fact it's a lot of downhill. You get there, and then you don't have to worry about all the congestion of cars. You can ride through into your batch. Once you've finished, it's easy just to ride your bike. 4 kilometers not that far, back to your car, no traffic, much easier.
We can call it the 98 kilometer. We've parked the car, we've got the bike up, we've put the tires, we've put sunblock on, everything's sorted to go. We're at the start. Tips for riding in big groups in the initial stages and during the race.
So that's can be one of the most scary parts of the event, because you might have done quite a lot of training, but you wouldn't have had 2, 3, 4, 500, 1,000 people around you. And obviously a bicycle moves fast, especially downhill, and one of the worst things that can happen to you obviously is having an accident. There's 2 golden rules of cycling. Don't overlap on the wheel in front of you, and don't ever look behind you. So your field of vision, all you worry about is what is in front of you. Anything that happens behind you has got nothing to do with you. So if somebody touches your back wheel, they'll fall down. You'll carry on riding. You'll feel a little bump. So don't worry about that. Don't turn around to see what happened, because that's when you fall. Go and ride with a club, ride with a bunch of people, because one of the beauties of cycling is it works on slipstreaming and aerodynamics. And if you want to have a little bit easier ride, you ride behind another cyclist. Not too close, but you'll feel it's a lot easier. Up to 25 to 30% saving when you're going along the flats or down a hill if you're behind somebody. So if you want to win the bet that you took with your boss, then learn how to slipstream.
So you talk about slipstreams going downhills. Of course, there are some uphills as well for the Momentum 947 Cycle Challenge. Let's chat a little bit about the route. Some parts that you can maybe tell us you can expect to have a bit of a tougher situation. Some parts that might be a bit easier where you can actually recover.
All right, so if you look at a profile of the route, really the first half up to 45 kilometers is really tough. There's quite a lot of climbing in it. My advice is take it easy. Save something for the end. Use lighter gears, easier gears, save a little power because you're going to need it later on. Also remembering in the first half to eat and drink often, because that's the petrol that's going to get you through the end of the race. And don't think, well, I'm not hungry or thirsty. It takes time once you've drunk it or eaten the food to get into the system. So a good place to eat and drink, for instance, is the long section on the highway. You get on at Woodmead, and then you go all the way through before you get off and you start the climb up to St. John's College. On that highway, it's 4 lanes wide, it's nice and big. That's a good time to eat and drink. Eat and drink small amounts often. Once you get over the Nelson Mandela Bridge, the good news is you've got lots of downhill. You're at a high point and you're going to drop all the way down, but unfortunately in cycling it's not all downhill. And what you need to do is save for the end, because the end of this event has 3 nasty hills. The first is Cedar Road, then you enter Stain City, and the final climb is up to the finish at Riverside.
Now, also, not just eating bananas and stuff like that, but energy supplements, so to speak, like goo. When is the right time to take it?
All right, so the first thing is don't change your winning formula. So whatever you've used to train on, that's what you use on race day. And if it says 1 scoop is good, that doesn't mean 3 scoops is better. Keep the concentration exactly the same. Eat and drink small amounts often. Don't wait till you're hungry or thirsty before you eat and drink. It's too late.
So that also, I suppose, comes down to what to do the night before. What is the right thing to do the night before come the 14th of November and then obviously the race on the 15th?
Okay, so the first thing is if you don't sleep well the night before, don't worry. 30,000 other people didn't sleep either. So that's, and it actually doesn't affect performance that badly at all. You'll wake up, you might battle to wake up a little bit, but once you're awake, the adrenaline will start flowing, you'll be absolutely fine. The night after the race, you'll sleep like a baby. Make sure that you have a decent meal. I like to have a nice big carb drink the night before, And on the morning when I wake up, I have another carb drink. I want to start the event well hydrated. A good sign is while I'm waiting to go, I have to run off to the Portaloo for a few peas.
Okay,
that would be a good sign that I'm well hydrated. Because in those first 15-20 kilometers, it's often difficult to eat and drink because there are a lot of people around you, you're a little bit nervous. It might be difficult for some people to take their hands off the handlebars to get the bottle. If that's the case, a Camelback is a good option. Put your drink in a Camelback, and then you've got a bite valve right here, which you can put in your mouth a lot easier.
Any other tips that maybe I haven't asked that maybe you could suggest?
Enjoy it. There are lots of fantastic water points. Stop, fill up, don't think missing a couple of water points will make you faster. If you run out of energy, the end is tough.
Sure.
Those 3 spikes at the end on the map, they don't look that big, but they're real tough. Remembering by then, you're tired, and if you run out of energy at that stage, you're going to be out there for a long time.
Just have fun on the day. Thank you very much.
The Momentum 947 Cycle Challenge.